42, that's 42 Edgerley Street.
Possible bogus callers on premises.
Tunnel?
2 IC1 males, one wearing grey jeans and a blue and red check shirt. Second man wearing green top and blue jeans.
Come on. 0487.
Go ahead, Cato.
Suspect sighted in Little Street. We're following on foot. No sign in the immediate vicinity, Sarge.
Keep looking.
Hello? Sounds like running water.
Left a bit, up a bit, down a bit, up a bit. Spot on.
Busy? Listen, I just heard from the CAD room. I think we got our first water crime.
He said not to turn them off because the water's polluted. Something to do with the roadworks.
Well, did he touch the taps at all, Mrs. Temple?
No, he just said I was to run them full blast until the bubbles disappeared. I should have insisted on seeing his identification card, but he seemed so friendly.
Do you remember what he looked like?
Oh, yes, he had jet black hair and a mole on his neck. He even smelt like a workman. I'm up there mending the road, he said. You don't want me to go all the way back just to get my identification card, do you? And like a fool, I said no.
Oh, they're very convincing, Mrs. Temple. They even go round looking for roadworks to use as part of their ploy. They've probably committed scores of these distraction burglaries.
I don't doubt it, but I still feel a blinking idiot.
Sarge.
Patrick John Case. Light build, height 172, jet black hair. Distinguishing marks, mole on left side of neck.
He's a bit of an itinerant. He's got a list of 11 known addresses.
Morning. I'm Detective Sergeant Pearce. This is Detective Constable Carver from Sandhill.
Is there a problem?
We'd like to know if a Patrick Case lives here.
Oh, he does, surely. Do you want to see his room? I'm his auntie, Mrs. Ward. Come on, True. Me husband, Niall. They're policemen. Do you want to see where Patrick's living? That's it. That's where our Patrick lives.
Look, do you think we're going to have to listen to the same old cock and bull story at every address in our list?
Well, we don't have to. Fancy a bit of car spotting? We want number 41. Should be the next one along.
Ah, what do you reckon?
Yeah. Pull up here. Well, according to the files, it's the kind of car he likes. Sierra Oscar from DS Pearce.
Go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, I need a vehicle check. And also, any units assist back of Morwell Estate.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra 1.
Go ahead, Norika.
Morwell Estate, Sarge, we can deal.
Yeah, number 41.
Possible suspect on. Cover the rear.
You don't reckon it's Nick, do you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it could be his, he just forgot to register it.
Yeah, presumably paid for it a little old lady's savings.
Morning. I'm Detective Sergeant Pearce. This is Detective Constable Carver from Sandhill. Does a Patrick Case live here?
Who?
Patrick Case?
No. Never heard of him, sorry.
Mind if we come in and have a look?
He's not here!
DS Pearce from 181.
Go ahead.
He's done a runner, Sarge.
Police! Hold it right there!
If you wouldn't mind, sir, we'd like a word.
Name?
When we arrested him, he refused to identify himself.
OK, if you refuse to answer, we'll just have to lock you up until we can find out. However long that may take. Turn out your pockets.
Patrick Warren.
Patrick Warren. Address?
Flat 9. Ackley Tower.
Ackley Tower. Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Date of birth?
March 21st, 67.
Would you turn your pockets out, please? £24 and 3p. 2 packets of silk-cut cigarettes. 1 car key and a box of matches. What's the car key for?
A Golf GTI, perhaps?
Registration J188 NMD.
That's my car. I got it from a dealer a couple of weeks ago. You can check it out.
Oh, we will.
I'll advise you of your rights. Do you want a solicitor?
Yeah. Mr. Cullity.
To clarify the situation for us, can you confirm that your proper legal name is Patrick Warren?
Does the name Patrick John Case mean anything to you?
Some people know me as Patrick Warren, and some people know me as Patrick Case.
Right. And can you confirm your address for us, please, Mr. Case?
Flat 9, Ackley Tower.
Now, are you sure you've not made a mistake about that?
Well, there's no such place as Ackley Tower.
But there is an Ackley house on the Larkman estate.
Okay, I made a mistake. I haven't been long in there. It's 9 Ackley House. Okay.
Right. So, could you now tell us what you were doing this morning from between about 9:30 and 9:45?
When you were first brought in here, you had on you £24 plus a couple of packets of cigarettes. Now, where did you get that money from?
Have you got a family, Mr. Case?
I fail to see that this has anything to do with your inquiries, Sergeant.
We're just curious, that's all. Are you a married man, Patrick?
I am.
Does your wife live in Southern Ireland?
Yeah, she does.
Your car, this GTI. Nice motor.
I like it.
Must be pretty nippy.
16 valves, fuel injected. Doesn't hang about, I can tell you.
Expensive.
I got a good deal on her.
And where did you get that money from?
Before you were arrested, why did you try and run away from our officers? Well, you do remember trying to run away from some officers this morning?
No comment.
You do remember being arrested this morning? You do admit you were arrested, do you?
No comment.
Can you tell us why it is, Patrick, you only answer certain questions?
No comment.
Interview terminated, 12:10.
Do you have any evidence against my client at all, Sergeant?
Your client was arrested from a description given by a witness.
We're talking a city of 8 million people here. How many would fit that description, Sergeant? Are you going to arrest them all?
Look, a match was made from records of people known to Operation Worker. That's our specialist burglary artifice squad. Yeah. Your client will be familiar with them.
My client has never been convicted of a burglary in his life.
No, but he does have previous convictions for theft and assault, though.
Irrelevant. You haven't got one decent scrap of evidence to hold on to him. I want him out of here. If you can't produce any evidence, I might have to advise my client to sue your commissioner for unlawful arrest. Think on that, Sergeant.
Alistair.
Johnny?
How you finding your stint on the burglary squad then?
Problematic. What would you say if I asked you for a big favour?
Yeah?
Well, you know this ID suite you've got booked at Barton Street this afternoon?
Come off it, Danny. You got no chance. I've been trying to get this ID parade together for 3 months.
Yeah, I know you have. But I also know that your witness has been crying off through illness. Now, that could happen again, couldn't it?
I spoke to my witness this morning, Danny. He's in perfect health, thank you.
Good. But he has said that before, hasn't he, and then blown you out?
Not today, Danny.
Alistair, your trial isn't coming up for ages. You've got a bag full of evidence and a suspect on remand. For you, an ID parade's just the icing on the cake. Look at me. I've got one suspect in custody and that's it. And if he walks out of here, he'll be in Dublin before closing time. Come on, what do you say?
OK, Danny, I'll cancel for you. But if this is a non-event, you'd better make sure you're in Dublin by closing time.
How's it going?
Possibility of some fingerprints. How about you, Sarge? Any progress?
Yeah, managed to pick up a suspect.
Brilliant.
How's Mrs. Temple bearing up?
OK. I think the shock's starting to hit her.
And how do you think she'd react if I asked her to do an ID parade?
How would I get there?
We'll pick you up and take you.
And if you're worried about coming face to face with him, you'll be behind a screen. He won't be able to see you.
I don't want to see him. Ever.
We can understand that.
Can you? Big strapping man like you can look after yourself. Who's going to look after me?
We'll make sure no harm comes to you.
Well, what are you going to do? Set out a camp bed? When it gets dark tonight, I'm going to be sitting here on my own.
But you only have to pick up the telephone.
Every time the door goes, every time I hear the windows rattle, I might not get the chance. Not if they break in.
Well, if you pick the man out, he'll be held in custody. He won't be able to come back here.
Well, it's not just him, is it? It's everyone.
Well, this is the best chance you have of getting your money back.
I should never have let him in.
It wasn't your fault, Mrs. Temple. Why should he be allowed to get away with stealing your pension money?
Do you know, I'd rather give him the money and starve than go through all this.
Mrs. Temple, think about everyone else who lives alone. What about them? All the elderly people he's going to con and rob. See, it's not just for yourself. I'm asking you to do this for other people's benefit as well. We need you to identify this criminal as a matter of public duty. Think about it. I mean, do you really want him to go out and burgle lots of other pensioners?
Well, put like that, I don't have much choice, do I?
What was I supposed to say?
Well, you didn't have to pile on the emotional blackmail, did you, Sarge?
Suzi, I'm doing this for her.
Well, it sounds to me like we're stabbing in the dark.
Look, I'm running this show. I think we've got our man, and I'm going to make sure he's banged to rights. You just get back in there and look after the victim, OK?
Right, Sarge.
I'm under pressure here. You might think I'm a callous git, but she is the strongest witness we could ever hope for.
Sarge, although Case gave this as his address, we both know he don't live here, so what's the point?
Well, the point is, I need to hear the occupants say that. See, Jim, it's not what you ask, it's how you ask. Good afternoon. You are Mr.
What's going on?
I'm Detective Sergeant Pearce. This is Detective Constable Carver from Sunhill. We're here to search the premises under the powers of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, Section 18. Is Patrick Case here?
No.
Well, does Patrick Case, alias Patrick Warren, live here?
No, I live on my own.
Oh, that's funny, because when we arrested him, he said he lived here.
But I thought it's...
What? That we were looking for him? No. We were looking for stolen property.
Look, what is the point of taking me in an identity parade? I haven't done anything. You've got nothing on me.
Are you going to keep this up all the way to Barton Street?
DS Pearce from Croft.
Yeah, go ahead, Suzi.
Sarge, I think we've got a problem.
Get him down to the ID suite.
Get him.
I don't think I can do it.
Will you try for us?
It's strange. Every time I go upstairs, I think he's going to be there, watching me, waiting for me. I know it sounds silly.
Mrs. Temple, if you want me to call the identity parade off, I will. I could cancel the ID suite and send all the line-up people home. But I must warn you, if I do, I have no choice but to let this man go free. It's up to you, Mrs. Temple.
This is Mrs. Temple.
Right, Mrs. Temple, you've been asked here today to see if you can identify one of the persons who entered 42 Edgeley Street at 9:41 this morning.
You can see the row of men, but they can't see you, so there's nothing to be nervous about. I'd like you to walk along the road,
Taking as much time and care as you wish. The person may or may not be present, so if you can't make a positive identification, you should say no.
If you're sure the person is present, please indicate that person by calling out his number. Okay.
Come on, love.
Right, Mrs. Temple. Did you see the man?
It was number 6.
Yes!
Sergeant, you go on ahead. I won't be a minute.
My client still denies any responsibility. He's got nothing more to add to his previous interview.
Well, that's his prerogative.
It's her word against his.
It's enough to charge him.
You've got the wrong man, Sergeant.
I don't think so. Naturally, I'll be opposing any application for bail.
Oh, I wouldn't expect otherwise. But I don't think he'll stop my man walking free in the morning.
I'll be dealing with this personally. I'll see you in court, Mr. Cullity.
Thank you.
You okay?
You did really well.
I was petrified I wouldn't be able to recognise him. That solicitor, I heard what he said in the car park.
It's normal. It's just overconfidence. It's nothing to worry about.
But you said that if I picked the man out, you'd make sure he was kept away.
In the morning, I'm going to try my best to stop that man being released on bail.
You said he'd be locked up.
I can't promise anything, Mrs. Temple.
Well, what if he does come back?
Oh, he'd be mad to return to the scene of his own crime. They'll know we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Well, I suppose I could always move into a home.
There's no reason for you to have to move out of your own house, Mrs. Temple.
Isn't there?
Your Worship, we object to bail on the grounds that should the defendant fail to reappear as summoned, his recapture would prove extremely difficult. The defendant is of no fixed address and is not in stable employment. Whilst in detention, he gave us 2 different names and an address given to us by him, 9 Attlee House, proved not to be his place of residence. In effect, Your Worship, he is an itinerant.
Thank you, Detective Sergeant Pearce. Mr. Cullity?
Detective Sergeant Pearce, did you or did you not visit number 39 Gurney Road, the home which my client shares with his uncle and aunt, Mr. and Mrs. Ward?
Myself and a colleague did visit that address, but we found no personal effects or items of clothing belonging to the defendant.
Your Worship, I am informed by Mrs. Ward that at the time of Detective Sergeant Pearce's visit, my client's clothes were in the wash.
I see. Oh, thank you, Mr. Cato.
Now, Detective Sergeant, the other address to which you referred, number 9 Ackley House, Larkman Estate, Sun Hill. Did you visit that address?
We did, and the occupant, Mr. Redmond, quite clearly stated that Mr. Case was not a resident of that address.
Your Worship, had Detective Sergeant Pearce bothered to ask Mr. Redmond whether my client used to live at that address, the answer may have been somewhat different. Detective Sergeant, would you say that as a result of being arrested, my client was put under stress?
Not particularly, no.
Was he chased by your officers?
Yes, when he tried to run away.
Exactly. He tells me he was chased, but he did not know by whom.
There were uniformed police officers in a marked police car.
As an innocent man, Your Worship, chased and hounded and then suddenly arrested and bundled into custody, is it any wonder that Mr. Case was in a state of confusion and therefore proffered ambiguous information?
He gave a false name and address.
Did he ever deny that he was Patrick Case?
Well, no, but...
So, no deception intended then. He merely gave an old address and a name by which he is commonly known amongst his Irish friends, as simple as that. But perhaps Your Worship will agree with me that the real point at issue here is whether or not my client will surrender himself if released under the terms of a bail order. And to that end, my client's uncle, Mr. Ward, is prepared...
I'll put up £2,000 surety, Your Worship, to see he'll not go missing.
Thank you, Mr. Ward. If you'll just remain seated for the moment.
Yes, Your Worship.
So, Your Worship, a permanent, fixed abode and a surety of £2,000. Now, does Detective Sergeant Pearce have any other objection?
Your Worship, the major concern for the police is that the defendant will re-offend if released on bail.
Your Worship, there is absolutely nothing whatsoever to suggest that this might happen.
Your Worship, burglary artifice is a particularly heinous crime. The victim positively identified Mr. Case in an identity parade. She has been badly frightened by this experience and fears interference from the defendant to the point that she is seriously considering leaving her own home to live in residential accommodation if this man is released on bail. Your Worship, to protect innocent, vulnerable members of society, we feel this man should not be allowed to go free.
OK, Mrs. Temple. I'll be in touch as soon as I hear something. Yeah. Bye.
What happened?
Carted him off to Brixton, almost in tears.
Yes!
Anything to turn on the waterworks, eh, Sarge?